What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So we're going to talk about a few different news stories today, and we're also going to talk about the stimulus package. So President Trump, he fires the director of cybersecurity. He fired him yesterday via tweet. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We're also going to talk about another senator who tested positive for COVID-19, and we're going to talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is on the rise. So that's something that we want to keep an eye on. So we'll talk about that. And then we're going to talk about Nancy Pelosi. So Nancy Pelosi said some stuff yesterday as far as wanting to move forward with negotiations. So we're going to look at what she said, and we're going to talk about that. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. So the first story we want to talk about today is President Trump. He fired the director of cybersecurity, and we'll go ahead and pull this up. I'll let you guys see it here. And so here it is. The recent statement by Chris Krebs on the security of the 2020 election was highly inaccurate in that there were massive improprieties and fraud, including dead people voting, poll watchers not allowed into polling locations, glitches in the voting machines which changed votes from Trump to Biden, late voting, and many more. Therefore, effective immediately, Chris Krebs has been terminated as Director of Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. So there's President Trump's tweet. So he fired Chris Krebs. Now, he did respond. Chris did respond. Here is his response. He said, "Honored to serve. We did it right. Defend today, secure tomorrow." So that was his response. So I thought that was pretty interesting. He had that little response there. And that response is getting some praise from politicians. They actually like the fact that he responded that way. But President Trump, again, fired someone via Twitter. I don't know how you guys feel about being fired, period. I don't think anybody likes being fired, but it's always nice to at least talk to the person who's firing you and not have them tweet out something. I just think that is not the right way to go. You've hired someone to do a job. If you think they haven't done that job, then pull them in the office, talk with them about it. But firing them via Twitter, yeah, I don't know. That's in my book, that's not the way to go. So the next story we want to talk about is Chuck Grassley. Chuck Grassley tested positive for COVID-19. Let's take a look at his tweet. Chuck Grassley said, "I tested positive for coronavirus. I will be following my doctor's orders, CDC guidelines, and continue to quarantine. I'm feeling good. Plus, will keep up on my work for the people of Iowa from home. I appreciate everyone's well wishes plus prayers and look forward to resuming my normal schedule soon." So that was Chuck Grassley. Now, Chuck Grassley is 87 years old, so he's in that vulnerable range when it comes to COVID-19. So hopefully everything will turn out fine with him. But this is yet another case, another senator that has tested positive for COVID-19. And we're seeing cases rise all over the U.S. right now. So definitely we need to keep an eye on this and wear a mask. Please wear a mask. All right, next story we want to talk about is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is on the rise. And so anytime this happens, and this is the first time in 3 years that it's gone over 17,000. And so people all start to really watch cryptocurrency during this time. When you see Bitcoin start to rise and people are really interested in cryptocurrency, this happened about 3 years ago. And so now it's starting to happen again. And so I just think it's interesting. It's always an interesting story to follow. We've seen a few big companies like Fidelity and PayPal start talking more about cryptocurrency, start talking about Bitcoin. So that is probably one of the reasons why it's pushing this price up. But yeah, just something to watch. I just wanted to put that out there. Anytime Bitcoin starts to move, people really start to get interested in it. And I own a little bit of Bitcoin right now, but I'm really skeptical when it comes to cryptocurrency. So I'll dabble in it a little bit. I'll invest a little bit in it, but it's always one of those things where I'm a little unsure about how to move when it comes to cryptocurrencies. So I definitely don't listen to me when it comes to any information about cryptocurrencies, but I just wanted to relay that information to you when it comes to it being on the rise because everyone is talking about it right now. So the last story we want to talk about is the stimulus package. Where are we with the stimulus package? At this point, nothing has changed. We are still not in negotiations or anything like that, but Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, they're starting to reach out to Mitch McConnell to try to get him to the table. And here's a quote from Nancy Pelosi. "Join us at the negotiating table this week so that we can work towards a bipartisan, bicameral COVID-19 relief agreement to crush the virus and save American lives." So that was Nancy Pelosi, crush the virus, crush the virus. Those are her favorite words. She's been saying that this whole year. And so we'll have to see where it goes. It's a lame duck Congress. Don't expect too much, but at least she's reaching out. Chuck Schumer's reaching out. They want to bring Mitch McConnell to the table. And now the White House has stepped back. So the White House is not going to be doing any more negotiating. You're not going to see Steve Mnuchin talking with Nancy Pelosi. It's going to be up to Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck Schumer to hash out some type of an agreement. And this should have happened all along. We should not have had the White House involved early on. We should have had Mitch McConnell talking with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. However, that didn't happen. So we spent 7 months kind of going back and forth. And so now we'll see if anything can move forward. And you guys kind of know how I feel about this. I mean, I'm not holding my breath when it comes down to it. And I think we're in a situation where we're probably going to have to wait until next year to see something, which is very, very unfortunate. But it's just the reality. We're in a lame duck session, and you have Congress people that are not motivated to move at all. So I want to know what you guys think about all these stories. Let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.